Hello guys, how's it going? AlexTheGrumpyOne here. Hope you're well today. We've got quite an exciting video today. I'm working on a family member's car, the A3 to 2021 model. So we're going to be fitting a new steering wheel to this today. You got the flat bottom steering wheel, which is a bit more sporty. It has got the original one at the moment, which is a normal one. And also this one comes with the airbag, but you don't really need the airbag. You can reuse the original one that you got there. I'm going to obviously show you today how to fit it, and having it actually assembled here is quite handy to show you what you need to do. So I'll show you obviously as it is what you need to flick to release the airbag, and obviously show you how you do it in the car as well. The safety things, the important bit, don't forget before disconnecting the airbag, you will need to disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. Make sure the car is dead, because you don't want this going off in your face. It might leave quite a mark on you. So yeah, the other thing is obviously once the airbag is off, you will need to remove the bolt that's in the middle, but I'll show you how to do that as well. And yeah, pretty much that is it. And also, if you're interested, the next videos I'll be releasing will be on replacing the front grille. We're going for the gloss black one, and also installing the ambient light kit, which is going to be quite a bit of a mission, but I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, guys, tune in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment for more. Right, so I use this opportunity to show you what you need to do when you're in a car. So obviously 90 degrees to the right, turn the ignition off. What you'll be able to do is get to the top of it just enough to pull the spring down. So obviously when it's on the car, it's a lot easier because you don't have to hold the steering wheel while you're pushing the spring down, because there's quite a lot of force on there. So you got a little cutout, you'll be able to get the screwdriver from the top there and just force it down. As you force it down, as you can see, it releases the first tab. So when it's on the car, the airbag will pop out at this stage. So be able to get this side out first. So if I just put it down, it'll basically pop out like that. And then you turn the ignition on, and obviously you have to turn it the other way. And at that stage, you will be able to get to this spring, push that down. Like I said, it's a lot easier when it's on the car actually, because it's been a pain. You're able to push that down, and that will let the airbag to come out. So obviously you'll be here, you'll see they come out a little bit, so you'll be able to pop it out like that. And at this stage you will need to disconnect the battery, because obviously you're going to have that plug connected to the steering system, and you're also going to have another black one down here that you can unclip, slide it up. I don't know if you can see it, that one there. Let me just zoom it in a little bit. Don't know if it helped a lot, but there's a little tab. They're going to need a flat blade screwdriver. Get under there, basically pull it out and disconnect it. But like I said, first disconnect the negative terminal on the battery before unplugging any of them, especially this one, because this is the airbag one. You don't want this to go in your face. So just to show you in a car, like I said, steering to the right, and you'll be able to get to the back of it. Some people say it's easier to take the plastic trim off of there to get to it. It gives you a bit more room, but you don't really need to, as long as you're being careful. But if you want to, all you have to do is undo the Torx that you got there, Torx screw, and then separate the plastic covers. You need to take the top one off. Once the top one comes off, you lift it up and it gives you a little bit more room. But like I said, as it is, you can get there easily. I already popped the top bit off. So you basically get behind it, straight in there, and just pop it down. Like I showed you earlier, just force it down. Obviously be careful with the screen. So get the right size screwdriver, and as you can see, it just pops this bit out. So all I have to do now is turn it the other way. Obviously take the screwdriver out. Right, let's just push it down. There you go. Pops out. Get the screwdriver out. Now, ignition on. Straight up. So I'm just going to disconnect the battery, which is under the bonnet. Alright, so disconnect the battery, just disconnect the negative terminal there, 10mm. and lift it off of there. Now when doing this, I usually leave the car door open or the window because that's just the old thing that I do. Sometimes the older cars used to lock themselves when you disconnect or connect the battery. So do leave the door open. And obviously get it out of the way, put some plastic stuff here so it doesn't connect back on there because you can't really move the cable far. So just find something to leave there that's non-conductive. So now with the battery disconnected, you can pop this off. Don't forget, obviously you got the plastic trim bits. So to disconnect that, release the safety with the hook tool. That white bit pops out like that, and then you should be able to squeeze it, and that unplugs. So as you can see, now we can unplug this as well. Doing it with one hand is a bit more difficult, but just lifting the plastic bit out, and pulling it out. There you go, that's disconnected. So what we need to do now, I usually mark the bolt with a bit of marker or something to put it where it was to tighten it up, but also gonna obviously get the torque settings for this bolt anyway. So what you will need is M12 to go in there. As you can see, I marked it where it's supposed to go afterwards, but obviously we're going to be fitting a different unit anyway. But it's just a mark in case you're just taking the steering wheel off and putting it back on afterwards when you're fixing something else. Right, so now hopefully you're going to come undone. Oh, there we are. And this is where you have to be careful, because once the steering wheel is off, so I got Loctite on there, so give it a wiggle. Should be nice and easy to come off. Just to show you obviously what I'm talking about, as you can see the mark on the thread there and also on the actual steering wheel, so you need to align them. There we are. So the mark is on there. Once the steering wheel is off, the important thing is to not let this turn, because this is free spinning. So you want to leave it where it is. If you're not going to be doing the job straight away, I definitely recommend a bit of tape to tape it at the bottom or at the top so it doesn't turn by itself. This is really important, guys. I know the battery is disconnected, but it can still damage it by turning it. So make sure you don't move it. And obviously at this stage, we're ready to fit the new one. You can see the cutout there. I'm just gonna put it back on there. There's locators there as well to help you guide it on. But obviously you can align it with the cut that I'm gonna show you in a second. As you can see there, it's all aligned. And obviously now you can put the bolt back on there. So the bolt goes back on there. Like I said, make sure everything's straight. I've done it up to where the bolt was before. The steering wheel is original, so it should be in the same place. But like I said, I will double check the torques and we'll torque it up. And it will be in the description below. Now don't forget obviously to connect the steering wheel controls. Clip the black plug in there. And all you have to do now is make sure they're straight, there's nothing in the way. And just push that in. And that's spot on, that's all in there, clipped in, nice and safe. And the job should be done. All we've got left to do now is obviously connect the battery and make sure that the steering wheel controls and everything else is working. And obviously you got all automatic cars, the pedal shift as well. But I'm pretty sure that it should be all good. Right guys, so here we are. That's the old steering wheel. Like I said, you can reuse the airbag if you want to. You don't need to buy the one with the new airbag. But yeah, that's all done. It's looking pretty cool in there. Like I said, please be careful, disconnect the battery before unplugging the airbag, because like I said, there will be quite a massive injury if it does go off. So just be safe. Don't forget to do it up properly when you're fitting the bolt back in there. Plug everything back in. Obviously, when connecting the battery, do open the door or window just to make sure you don't lock yourself out. You might get some lights on the dash, or you might get some codes, so you either need to clear it or in most cases, in this case, I didn't get anything, so it was fine. But yeah, if some of them come on, there might be a steering one. Usually you get one, you might need to drive the car for a bit and that should disappear. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, the next ones will be on the ambient lighting and the front bumper removal to install the gloss black grille and the side bits as well. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.